Hi, this is Dave from Slatted Screen Fencing with one of our assembly guides for our bin stores. Today this bin store is one of our quads. It's in Western Red Cedar. It has a matching cedar framework, and this video is just to show how easy they are to go together. This should take no more than 20 to 30 minutes with no special tools or anything needed. And we'll just show you very quickly how that will go together. I'll run through the components, how it will come in a flat pack sort of design, and the screws and sort of fittings that you'll get supplied. So, as mentioned, your bin store will come in a flat pack sort of design. I don't really like that term, but it's the most accurate way to describe it. Basically, these units are built by hand in our warehouse, our workshop, and we disassemble them for transport and ease of assembly on site. So when you get it, you'll see all the components are marked up, labelled up, a little bit of masking tape, nice and simple, and each one of these is labelled. You can see there, right hand side, you've got your right back panel, and so on and so on. They're all labelled up. You'll also see these colour-coded stickers, some of them on this one green, and then we've got reds, and I think there's a yellow on this. What that relates to is the small box and bags of screws. So you can see here, wherever there was a green sticker, you're simply using the bag with the screws with the green sticker on, and so on and so on. And in there we've also got your bag with your catches on, that once your bin store is assembled you can position them so they are closing nicely. And we put some little wedges in. The bin stores, obviously, we build in our warehouse and workshop area, nice flat concrete floor. We understand, obviously, out in the real world with paving and such, you sometimes might need to level your bin store up and things. You might have a little bit of paving that's just off slightly, so we just put these simple little chocks in just to help level that up and make sure your doors all line up. Right, we'll start with the assembly. So what you want to do when you get your pallet is just separate the components like we've done here. You can see there that we've just stacked them up neatly as we'll use them. The first two pieces you want to be working with are the back panels. So if you find those on this quad, there's two of those. What happens is they will join in the center there, because this is basically, I mean, it's sort of two doubles that are stitched together. So what we've done is we've built this so you're not using one massive heavy piece there, which is very difficult to assemble and also even more difficult to transport. So what we've done is we've done it where we manufacture these so it's basically connected in that center piece there. So we'll crack on and show you what's what. Okay, so starting with one of your back pieces, you're going to simply attach the side, and what you're going to do is, you can see here, let me just get that, the two pieces of framework line up to each other, and it's nice and easily identified because these are different shades. But basically this piece of framework is lining up against this piece of framework, and you'll simply attach your screws wherever you see the marking. It's all pre-drilled. What we'll do, we'll just put a couple of screws in just for this assembly, just to speed things along. Nice and easy. Okay, you can see that's standing up on its own now. So what we'll do is we'll get the other one and we'll do exactly the same. And let me just show you that again. So you can see there where that's just been lined up. The two pieces of framework fit nice and flush. Okay, and then a couple of screws just to attach that. Okay, there we go. So your back and your sides are done, and what we'll do is So the two pieces that will butt up together are connected with this central piece of framework. You can see that the screws there attach, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a screw that's going to go straight through into the framework there, and then that way that connects that together. And then the same lower down. And then we're going to do the same with the other back piece. That's going to connect onto that central framework, so it just gets manoeuvred into position. And then screwed in place. And the same down here. And again, you know, we're just missing out these screws just for this video, but you would just complete. So you can see there, you've got the entire run of the quad. You've got basically two double bays that are now connected together. The sides are attached, the central piece is attached, and what we're now going to do is we're going to fit the internal dividers here where the doors would be supported on that front frame. So we'll do that now and show you. So we're just offering this one up there, again in the same way the sides were, just offering up this framework. It is flush with that framework, simple screw to connect. These are stainless steel screws, by the way, so there's no rusting or anything like that. And again, you would be using the screws in this occasion out of the red bag. There's another one of these which simply does exactly the same. Okay, so the unit's almost up. So you've got there all your internal dividers. On this Binstore, the customer had actually requested a shelf for recycling. So these two pieces of timber that you see here may not be on yours if this is for a wheelie bin, but this customer has got 3 wheelie bins, and then this smaller bay, slightly smaller bay, is for recycling boxes. So this might look ever so slightly different on yours. And now we've got Maxwell in the mix now, so this will get interesting. Right, here we go. Right, we're going to now put the front piece on, which is going to attach here. And again, this just lines up, if I can just see here, lads. So what it's done here, the framework for this side piece has this piece that just juts out ever so slightly. This framework is obviously going underneath that, and the framework, like all the others, is just simply lining up flush, and then it will be connected. Okay, and you can see there, and what we've done is the central framework that we just attached is attached to this door support, and then the exact same on this one here. So we'll just line that up. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same here. So as I was saying, you can see how the framework, it comes out like this, and what we're doing is the piece that we'll be offering up is simply just hooking underneath this and fitting flush against this piece of framework. I'll show you here now. And there we go, as easy as that. top, middle and bottom, attaching with your stainless steel screws. You'll do the same on this one, and then the same on the middle one. And the unit is virtually up now. Right, I'm just going to get in and just show you from this angle where Peter was attaching those. So what he was doing was he was simply attaching into these pre-drilled holes that are all marked out. You can see there, and what that's doing is that's connecting these two pieces of framework together securely. So we've got that on the side there, so your side piece is attached. You've got this central divider here, which is giving us really good support, and then you've got the very centre divider of the whole unit. Okay, now this one is being a quad. This one being a quad, the doors, when the hinges are attached, we've done it where the screw from this is going through and actually connecting these two pieces of timber. We were trying to come up with a way that is practical and also gives it some more stability. So this is the design we came up with. So as you attach your door, these screws are going to go and bite into this piece of timber, and then vice versa. We've done it where the hinges on the opposite side are doing exactly the same. So we'll do that now and just show you. And you can see here that different colour sticker because they're a different screw, but what we'll do is we'll just show you very quickly. I'll go on the other side once Peter's got a couple of screws in. So these are all pre-drilled, so it's not hard, and your doors are numbered. You can see here, door number 2, 1, 2, 3 and 4, so you can't mix the doors up or anything like that. And I'm just showing you here, but you can see there that what we've done is we've just put a couple of screws in just to hold this door on for this, but you would just simply finish off putting these screws in. Again, stainless steel hinges, there's nothing that's going to rust, and high quality parts. Axle's in the mix now, so it's getting fun. Right, and the same on this door. We will just simply attach this door. Okay, so again, just very quickly, all we've done is popped a couple of screws in, but the hinges, pre-drilled holes, so there's two very nice ball bearing stainless steel hinges on there, and the unit, literally all it's needing now is its lids. So you can see here that the unit is supplied on a quad with the lids just needing attaching. Different colour sticker again, so it's just to, you know, make sure that you're using the right size screws for each of the hinges and each of the timbers that they'll be going into. But the lids will come numbered again, 1, 2, 3 and 4, so you just mark them up and put them in position. And Stephen here will hold that up now. And again, all you're doing is lining those up with the pre-drilled holes. And again, we'll just put a couple of screws in just for this demo. Okay. Now this one has, this customer has opted for lid stays. So when you get them, the lid stays will be attached on one piece. They'll be secured up with a bit of tape or a cable tie for transport, but we've left it loose just for this demo. And again, you will have it where that lid stay simply swings around, and you'll see it's got 2 pre-drilled holes there. Just line them up, pop them screws in. Get the chain out of the way for Peter there. And your lid stay is then attached. Okay, so when we supply our bin stores, the lid stay is an optional extra. These are a very sturdy stainless steel lid stay. The chains we send as standard, and what that's for is that if you simply undo this and put it through the handle of your wheelie bin, that would simply feed through the handle of your wheelie bin and then attach back up there, and then basically when you're lifting the lid, it's lifting your wheelie bin lid at the same time, but with the lid stay on. You know, you can choose whether you want to use that or not, and that's it. It's as easy as that. So, and that's it, it's as easy as that. The lid is there. Now you would just simply repeat that process for lid number 2, 3 and 4. It would take no more than another 5 minutes, and that's ready to be in position and ready for your wheelie bins, recycle boxes and so on. As I say, this is a Western Red Cedar version of our bin store. This is the quad, and as I say, the customer on this adopted for 3 wheelie bins in bay 1, 2 and 3, and 4 you can see it's ever so slightly smaller. They had opted, I think it's for the 180 litre size on our bespoke builder, and there's a shelf that's going in there, which is, let me just open that up. I'll show you that if you have opted for the shelf, we've fitted the timbers halfway up on this one, and the shelf simply locks into position, sitting on that, and slots in place, and is all matching. And there we have it, quad bin store, 4th bay for recycling. And literally, I know we missed a few screws and we've not put lids on, but 15 minutes, you know, even if you were putting the rest of the screws in, and you know, we put these up on a daily basis, so we know what we're doing. 20 minutes to 30 minutes, you're done and dusted. All right, thanks for watching.